Hi ReEduners! Welcome back to my podcast, ReEdu, Rethinking Education. I'm Zulma Molida, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. And I'm not alone, I have with my co-host.
Hi, my name is Karen and I will be the co-host of the ReEdu Podcast in this episode. I will be leading a Q&A session with our guests.
Okay, and in this episode, we're going to talk about something that's been a hot topic lately. The new policy in Java that makes students start school at 6 p.m. And we will find out what is the effects of this policy for the students and teacher and how it compares to the best education system in the world, which is Finland.
So stay tuned. We have two amazing guests with us. First, we have Miss Cindy Alia, an English teacher at the senior high school here in West Java.
Thank you, Miss Cindy, for coming to this podcast.
Thank you so much for having me here in this podcast. It's really to be honored to be a part of this podcast because I will be sharing my experience as an English teacher and my thoughts about 6 a.m. school start time policy.
Okay, and also we have the second guest. Her name is Shiva Latifa. She is a student exchange for Finland. Can you let me know about yourself?
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me in ReEdu podcast. I'm so excited to be a part of this podcast.
Okay, thank you for coming to this podcast, Miss Cindy. Miss Shiva.
It's okay.
Yes, Miss Shiva. And Miss Cindy, of course. Yes. Okay, the governor in West Java made a new policy about education, and a policy mandating school to start at 6 a.m. And the policy is, the goal is to instill discipline and work ethic in students. And this policy led to a debate because everyone in different stakeholders say that it's not good for the student. And I curious, what do you think about this, Miss Cindy, as a teacher in high school? Do you think this will lead to it's a bad idea to implement this policy?
In my view, personally, I found the 6 a.m. school start time policy, it doesn't really bad or positive.
Okay.
Because it may aim to increase our students' discipline and productivity because they have to wake up earlier than before. And additionally, I think it doesn't really take into account classroom reality and student readiness because waking up too early in the morning, especially for elementary school and senior high school, it can impact their self, mental and physical health, which eventually impacts their ability to learn in the classroom and focus to the lessons. It may be interrupted.
And so the goal is good, yeah. The goal is good, but the implementation, the way to achieve that goal,
It's lack of it's lack of
the participation.
yes.
Persiapan apa?
Prepare.
But the way to achieve that goal is a lot of preparations, and there is a lot of bad impact maybe
Yeah.
if they implement it. Okay, interesting. And what do you think in Finland? As you experience in Finland, Shiva? Because I heard that it's different. In Finland, the student started school is in 9 p.m. In 9 p.m.
Yes, 9 p.m.
Or
Of course. Absolutely. In Finland, when students go, we start from 9 p.m. or 10 to quarter. Yeah.
Okay. So it's not in the early morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and I'm also have a culture shock because I learned Indonesian. In Indonesia, we to morning like
Yeah.
and when I go to the Finland, we start at 9 p.m. Wow, that's so unique.
Yeah. And you learn in the one since you in
Yes.
university or in high school?
I ever learn in Finland in senior high school also, and I'm continue to joining the study in a university now in the country. Yeah, and as a student exchange in for Indonesia.
Wow, it's different in Indonesian class.
Yes, of course. Yeah, because the we have for prepare our school and get race better in Indonesia, but yeah, it's really different.
Yeah.
Quite different.
Okay. And so the atmosphere in the class can different also, right? That when they start in my I think they maybe not sleep.
Oh yeah.
I heard that in the class, you think Sunday school in the early time, in the class, so the next school sleepy, right?
Right.
And I think everyone
Yeah.
have ever
Feels
this
like yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. There. The atmosphere when we study in Finland so calm and enjoying overjoyed. I think because we go to the school at night. We look like a fresh. Yes.
and you have enough sleep.
Yeah. I waking up at 8 p.m. And also that's good for I think that's good for mental health students. Yeah.
I think it will be force the student focus also.
Yes, that can focus.
I mean, the students get the benefit from that.
Also, absolutely, it can be benefit for students
And more educational progress also.
Yes.
With the
yes, absolutely. Of course, it's very good.
in Indonesia, it is true.
Yeah, yes, that's true.
That's in Indonesian class, students like fall asleep in the class.
Yes, because
I want to hear your experience. Can you tell us about that?
of course. When I was teaching in the class, I feel like I feel ready to teach my students. But if this policy will be implemented, before implemented the policy,
Okay.
the new policy, the student go to school at 7 a.m. because the school start time at 7 7:30 or 8 a.m. They they still felt sleepy. When I saw that, and they focus on the lessons during the classroom. It's so interruptive because they say, Miss, I slept at 11 p.m. because my homework is lots out. Oh my god! Oh yeah. Wow, it's too much over when they sleep.
Very late night. And I'm curious, if the student got to the school at 7 p.m., then in what time the teacher got to school? I think he must go to school.
Yeah.
Earlier than the student.
Or morning. Yes, absolutely. At 5 p.m.
I think not 5. It's too much.
It's too much early. I went
6 and 6.
Yes, of course.
It's too morning.
Sometimes at 6 a.m.
Or 6:30.
Half 6 a.m. On Monday.
And
Only Monday.
Your schedule is from Monday to Saturday or Monday to Friday?
To Friday.
To Friday.
To Friday. Monday and to Friday. But I need to wake up early. So early in the morning at 4 a.m. and I go to school at 6 a.m. but it's only 4 on Mondays.
Oh, why?
Because you know that we have to do the ceremony.
More early. Oh my god.
Because I need to preparation myself and also the ceremony.
So in this policy is implemented in the 6 year.
Yes.
You need to go to school more earlier.
5 p.m.
It's you need to more before go to the one before go to the work. I think
Yeah.
we need to prepare. We need to prepare ourselves, our house, and everything,
Everything.
and then need more lot of time. And you enter the school is more earlier rather than okay. Also, what do you think about this, Mishima? Do you think that Indonesia need to implement this policy? Because in Finland, even the students start the school at 9 p.m. But the quality of education is one of the good in the world. And what do you think? Do you think not the time, but what is the educational system in Indonesia that must be changed? Not the time, but what is the another part like right?
Right, it's quite difficult because we have usually go to school like that at 7 p.m. Maybe we can
Like what Indonesia or West Java learned from the Finland educational system, because the government goal for educational system is to make educational system is more good, make the student discipline, and also the moral.
prepare make this maybe them make their discipline but different discipline like keep their the brain of student not like discipline is very what the rules it's so aggressive in Indonesia and
I know.
Yes.
What you mean is, if the government wants to make the discipline, but if
different ways
different ways,
and it's maybe
what we can learn from the Finland.
maybe we can give the as a teacher or the government or something like that. We can give the student like homework in there in Finland. It's so minimum, and in Indonesia that's so very much homework. Of course, and maybe teacher can give the minimum homework for a student, and also the time. I think can be like 8 p.m. That's heavy enough to Indonesia.
Okay, that will
Change the time.
That when we can learn from the Finland. Okay, all right. From Shiva explanations, we can know that in Finland there is no homework.
No, there is no, but just a minimum, like not much.
Okay, not much. So the student
can come and can enjoy for do the homework.
Okay.
Because the homework it's so make their excited too.
Okay, and from in the first, Miss Cindy explained that some of her students sleep lately because students have a lot of homework. One of the reason why the student sleep at last night because of the homework itself, or there are some extra. Okay, from this the explanation before that her student sleep early because the student have a lot of homework.
Yes, of course.
And beside the lot of homework, is there any reason that why the students sleep lately?
In the classroom, I ever asked my student one by one. No, not all the students I asked, but
A few.
some of them I asked about what time did you sleep at night? I asked at the time, and some of my students answered that besides I finished my homework, I also scroll
Social media.
social media because I love to create what channel, video,
Yes.
and upload it on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. Alright, you want to be the content creator? I
Okay.
said at the time. Yes, means because that's why I sleep lately and I'm not focused. I cannot focus on my study and school because another reason is that to scrolling and make a video of their content.
Okay, so I think that is common for not student like in the age of like 14 maybe 14, 15 in the age of high school student that she that the time sleeping time is very late.
Yeah.
I think is there any what is this the research about that?
Okay, the American pediatric said that sleeping lately and wake up too early, it can impact their physical and psychological, especially in mental health, because mental health for each people, each person in this world, not only for students or teacher, but all people need to sufficient time for sleeping, because if we didn't have sufficient time for sleeping, we can face any challenges in our life today. For students, maybe they cannot focus when they learn at school, and for teacher, they cannot assess their student ability fair and also clearly when they have to give the student a result of their assessments.
That's good. That's absolutely great.
Yes.
And I think from this we can see that this policy is more
Need to consideration.
yes, considerations because the goal is good.
Good.
The goal is good, but it's the way to achieve that goal is with considerations. Because from this perspective, we can see that alike it's give more a bad impact on student and teacher. Okay.
And I think Indonesia can learn to prioritize well-being more. That's something like it's more time to rest, not time to rest when they're a student. In Finland, we can if there is a rest time to rest, the student can sleeping for fresh, refreshing their brain. Yes, not time to study and then run out.
Because I heard that this policy is implemented because what is this? The school is commonly started from Monday to Saturday.
Yeah.
But in your school it's Friday night.
Right. Until Friday.
And the government said that students just need to go to school until Friday. But the time is
Early morning.
Yes, early morning.
Early morning.
And this
When I see that in Finland, school start at 9 and school and at 9 and 10 a.m. In my view, if Indonesia in our country, especially in West Java, can integrating the same time for entering school at 9 to 10 a.m. I believe that our students, our teachers, can be more focused and relax their mind to do their activities today.
I heard about some of research says that the time focus in the student is like not in the 7 or 6 a.m. but in the 9 or 10, right?
9.
Or 9. In your class, yes.
Yes.
That's true. I mean, like, because some research says that student more focused to learn not in the early morning, but in the 9 and 10.
Yes. I also ever read about some research, and one of the research, research I ever read is the ideal time to start a school or learn in the class. It starts at 8 a.m. and more optimal, it starts at 9 a.m.
Also, that's what Finland do.
That's so unique.
But in Indonesia, it
Can be
has
implemented.
become a habit for us to go to the school at 7 p.m. If we change it, yes, the time, it's like make our now we can change 9 p.m. Like what? Yes.
I think
Oh my god,
the
I think the
government need to
sport too, yeah.
and read a lot of the research
Yeah.
about this, and then
Slowly.
that's
How
very
can I take
very
it?
very interesting because there is many evidence,
Yeah.
the resource, the
Yeah, the research,
experience,
the
the
journal,
experience, and
the
then it
experience.
says in the optimal
Yeah,
time
so
for to learn it's in 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm
And for optimal time.
Yeah,
optimal time.
Not in Finland. I think there are some of the countries,
Yeah.
like Japan. I have friends in Japan and Korean, and they too go when they go to school at 9 p.m. It's something like.
Okay. And I think if the government still implemented this policy, the condition, the transportation for to go to the schools in Indonesia is not is limited. But I think the transportation is still.
It's still early. Even the sun, not even the sun doesn't rise. Yes. And I'm curious about Finland. In Finland, school start 8 or 9 to 10 a.m. What time the students go home from this? Oh yes. We start from 9 p.m. and we study until 2 or maybe 2 or half 3. Means for high school students. Yes, or high school. I at the university. I think the university is more flexible than in Indonesia. There's some like you go to the university is 1 and 8 p.m. and 1 p.m. Not what? What is name? So we start from morning to the not full day. Yeah, that's full day. Indonesian high school, Indonesian expo is full day class. They have rest time 1 o'clock, 12 until 12 o'clock on the tour. I think there's 50 minutes. 30 minutes. No, 15 to 30 minutes for taking a rest at 12 o'clock. And then they went to home. They go home at 3 or 4 p.m. Okay. Our discussion. Now we can know that this policy is need to reconsider because the facility, the student, and everything related to this policy is not ready to implement this policy. Even the goal is good to increase morals and also discipline of the student, but this way is not appropriate for students because this leads to more disadvantages rather than advantages for students and also the teacher. Okay, thank you very much for watching this podcast. But before we close this podcast, we have collected several questions for ReEduners in our Instagram, and we will do a Q&A with our guest here, and we'll lead by Hakera.
Okay. I will be sharing questions from ReEduners that we have collected through ReEdu social media.
Now let's get started.
The first question is: some people say learning at 6 a.m. helps discipline. Do you think that's good for every student? Okay. We'll answer first.
I can answer first. Yes, some people it will be true. Personally, I see that it's not really true. Yes, because the student maybe can discipline and productive, but discipline and productivity comes from the students' habit.
Okay, so not from this policy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not only early hours, but it must come up from themselves about good habits.
So the student need to realize.
Yeah, realize.
That's what? So it's
Some people say from how to discipline.
So to make it clear that it's not coming from the other, but the student itself.
Yeah.
The motivation. Okay.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Discipline from habits and flexible and creative.
Next question: what would you advise for students if they have to wake up too early?
In my opinion, when the students wake up too early in the morning, it can have a negative. It can have some negative impact on them. For example, like low students can have low motivation, and students' academic maybe it can be low. Also, and increase, yes, and also their mental health affected.
Do you have
Depression, yeah, that's become a biggest one, the biggest risk for the student in our country. And also, now we have to the Gen Z and Alpha era. Yeah, very much some student get and also in their life, like the broken phone, yes, their mind, and school can keep well-being.
I think at this point, you have to
Support to
consider it.
consider it.
This policy that, as we know, that leads to more disadvantages rather than the advantages. How might English start times affect teachers and their families?
Sorry for that.
How might English start times affect teachers and their families? Again, as a teacher, need to go to school.
Have
early morning.
experience.
What will affected by that?
It's really affected myself as a teacher because I need to wake up early without
And you have a lot of
enough home, yes, without enough time to prepare my task in my home. So what I must prepare my breakfast and also my family.
Okay.
Now your family.
That's right.
As a woman, and you're working. Yeah, I'm working as well.
Even we have sitting our home, but
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to take care of my home.
Yeah.
Before we go to our work.
Yeah, and also
The next question is, in your opinion, does an early start really guarantee better academic results?
not clear. Not clear. Good teaching, quality of teaching, I mean, and also student engagement in the class more better than time for school stuff.
Okay, so it's not related to each other.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all the question. Oh, we have more. Yes, one more question.
The last question is, if schools must what support should the government provide?
Okay, wow, that's all. The government provide.
I'm not sure for answering this question because I'm not the government. I'm a teacher, so I would like to come back to our government.
Oh, this is a step question. Step answer.
First answer. I do not want to answer you. I'm not really sure if my answer can provide everything that needed to our government. This lots of people in our country.
What about you? Miss Shiva?
I think it's the same like and I'm also a student.
But your experience, like,
Yes, Bangladesh and Bangladesh transportation. It's quite to yes, because we are still
it's really implemented with self-transportation for the student, right?
yeah. It's not a responsibility and
This is for you to have this discussion with us today in here. And also thank you for leaders who have share your question in our Instagram. And we hope this video, this discussion will help you to understand more about these policies and what is the impact of this policy. And don't forget to share and comment video. See you next time. Bye bye.